What's good? What's good? Playing some chess today, drinking some coffee, enjoying this Saturday. Okay, 420. I'm not smoking no weed today. Um, and it's not necessarily because I don't partake or smoke weed. I don't. I'm too. Let's just say I need more green than weed. I mean, it's you know, I as far as I know, weed costs money. I mean, I ain't got no connect. Um, my one of my handyman, he had some weed he gave me a long time ago. He gave me like an ounce, a couple ounces of weed. I think I smoked that. Like, it took me a few months, but I basically went through that. But you know what? I do have a little bit of weed, but I ain't really no weed head. I mean, I ain't really never been no weed head. So I mean, basically, I uh I ain't really I don't really have to smoke weed. Like, that's not something I I necessarily gotta do. Damn, wow, that's crazy. I just spilled a full thing of coffee on my keyboard. Oh, hell no. That's crazy. Oh man. Damn. Holy moly. What is this? Oh shit. There goes that. Oh man. Wow. Well, my keyboard still works. Oh, let that dry. Oh man. Um, yeah, that wasn't pretty cool, but yeah, I ain't really, what I'm saying, going crazy over no weed today. I don't really celebrate holidays. I'm normally not into really holidays like that. I never really was. I don't really like doing what everybody else doing. Like all the time. Like, I'm just not never really was one to follow the herd, let's just say. Um damn, that's crazy. I don't know what the hell. I mean, I don't know what the hell happened. I guess my arm just moved real quick, and then it just knocked the coffee over. It's just like, damn. Now I gotta make me another cup of coffee, and then uh, thank God I already got the floor covered, so I'm really worried about that. Um, I'll be right back. Give me some more coffee. All right. I really wasn't really feeling this coffee either. I mean, I think this coffee, the coffee beans, I just got a new coffee grinder. I think these beans are kind of like stale or something. So it's like I'm not really feeling this coffee anyways. So I guess it was like, man, my body saying, just man, I ain't really feeling this coffee. Just knock it over. But anyway, let me get right into some chess. Let me play some chess, man, and get things started, man. Get things, started already. Already won one game, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna necessarily count that. I already won one game, but I'm not gonna count that one because that was before I started. So I put my coffee to the left of me instead of the right. So hopefully that makes a bit of a difference. So yeah, I don't know. The whole weed thing is like you got a lot of people that they just not into it because weed is still stigmatized. Marijuana, it's a lot of names they call it. Primarily, they don't really call it marijuana anymore. They call it weed. Um, what I'm saying? They call it weed and of course THC. But one thing people just don't know a lot about marijuana. They don't know a lot about um the marijuana plant per se. They just don't really know. They just don't know a lot about it. You know what I'm saying? One of the things people don't know, I'm gonna tell you one thing that people don't know. And especially, a lot of times black people are late to the party when it comes to things, right? So this is one thing that people just don't know about about marijuana. And it's not even so much marijuana. Um, it's not even that per se. Um, it's you always want to take something. You want to take something. If you got a loss, you want to just take something. You know what I'm saying? He kind of already set the tone for that. And then also you want to eliminate Zook Swan. If if you facing Zoot Swan, you wanna deal with that. Want to deal with that. So I'm gonna have a little fun with my knight. He's got a pretty good advantage on me at this point. This guy's in America. You know, um, I'm fairly good with people from my home country. I have a pretty good record of beating Americans. I would say I would say most of the time, basically, I'm pretty good with Americans. You know, as far as things is concerned, I'm pretty good as far as my track record with Americans. Okay, he's actually eyeing my queen. You know, I don't necessarily gotta let him take uh my night, but what I'm gonna do is, basically, it's a couple things I want to do. Actually, it's a few possibilities that can happen. Okay, um, it's a few possibilities. So, um, uh, I'm gonna just see what I can do real quick though. I want to try to be sneaky. I'll try to be sneaky. Okay, as possibly as I can. Okay, he's aware of my sneakiness. You know, he's kind of aware of what I kind of have up my sleeve in a way. Um, he's kind of somewhat aware. You know. Okay. Ooh, this is see, that's why I'm saying this is, this guy messed up. Yeah, this is not good for him. That's how bad it is. Okay. So, got a win. Okay, we had a coffee spill. Okay. But it ended in a checkmate. So I'm good with that. But one of the things that people don't know about the mirror is, basically, marijuana has a cousin, right? Okay. It's called, it's called basically, um let me get my keyboard here. Should be fairly dry. I know it's gonna be sticky. Already was sticky. So you got a plant called cannabis sativa. Okay, cannabis sativa. Okay, cannabis sativa is what you know as of the actual plant. Okay. Um, and from cannabis sativa, you have um, plants that have CBD and also THC. Okay, mainly the two common types is basically you know what you know as weed. Okay, but what else? What another thing is that basically you also have hemp. Hemp is actually legal. That's what people don't know. That's what I meant by like what people don't really know. And it's based off of it's also a plant that comes from cannabis. It's cannabis sativa as well. And it also will literally get you high. Like let me share my screen. Let me share my screen for a little bit because I'm kind of educating. Okay, so all right, you got basically cannabis. You got cannabis sativa. Okay, the two main types they say sativa and indica. Okay, the difference between the two sativas are have an energizing effect, and indicas have a relaxing effect, help you sleep. Most people kind of use indicas, not necessarily sativas. Most people when they smoke, they get kind of like really tired and stuff like that. Okay, and that's what you smoke. Most people are smoking cannabis indica. Okay, they get you tired. They get you high. They get you even that it's an aphrodisiac, a certain type of aphrodisiac when it comes to smoking marijuana. So it's a lot of plants. It's a lot of stuff that derives from cannabis, but obviously, states. A lot of states are recreational approved. Okay, they're legal. Okay. Ooh, I got a new offer. Okay, great. All right. Lowered that price, man. I ain't had a big sale on eBay in a minute. Okay, I gotta accept that shit. Okay. All right. Cool beans. All right. So this is not federally legal though. This plant, cannabis, weed plant with THC, with high levels of THC, is not federally legal. Let me tell you something what most people don't know that is federally legal. Okay. What is federally legal, and this is why you see all of this is in stores and everything like this, is hemp. CBD is hemp. Hemp is CBD. Also, you got CBD with THC that it gets confusing because hemp with THC, hemp has small levels, usually smaller doses of THC, low enough that you will pass most likely a drug test, but it's not considered. It's not illegal. You can literally go outside with hemp. Some people do this, but what will happen is like they'll go out and sell hemp flower as weed to people, or some people, some smart guys. What they'll do is they'll mix hemp with actual weed that's not hemp, that's non-hemp, that's more higher levels of THC, and nobody would know. Nobody, like if you selling that on the street, nobody would know. But actual hemp is federally legal. No policeman, higher or lower, can arrest you for selling hemp. That's why I sell CBD. I sell CBD oil. I have hemp oil that I mix, and I mix with different like lemon flavoring, stuff like that. Because it is like this is one of the things that people don't know, a lot of older people don't know. It is federally legal. It's nothing, like a lot of people have a negative connotation to it because they think of getting arrested, people getting arrested for marijuana and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, you don't want to go around selling hemp and get arrested, because police can arrest you for anything, any probable cause. They can pretty much arrest you, and you would have to prove in a court of law that you weren't selling weed, for them to throw the case out. And it's very, one of the things I'll say is that you don't want to have to defend yourself in court if you can help it. You want to avoid that if all possible, because it's your word against theirs. Like say you can go out, it's a lot of stuff that looks like cocaine. Like you could go out, you could have flour, you can have sugar and pass it off as cocaine. Of course, the people that's using cocaine is not gonna like that. They're gonna find you, and the consequences is not gonna be nice. But the thing is that you don't want to have to deal with that, and then you get arrested, and you have to prove that you weren't selling cocaine. I mean, of course, they have to do lab analysis on cocaine and stuff like that before they arrest you to see a positive result to come back that it is in fact cocaine. But I don't know if they do the same thing with weed. But one of the things about hemp is, what people don't know is, with the reason, basically, with THC, with small amounts of THC, usually like less than 0.3% THC. This is federally legal. It was passed. Probably a lot of people that were in office, they probably didn't really know what they were signing off on. But hemp was basically made federally legal in the latter parts of 2018. They finally made it legal. Yeah, in 2019, it became legal under basically farming. So literally, the farmers, they lobby Congress and the Senate to make hemp legal, because these are all of the things that you could make from hemp, not just smoking it and ingesting it. You could make rope. It makes like really strong rope. You can make really strong fiberglass material, like fiberboard, like kind of wood board. They make all kinds of different, like almost kind of like substitute concrete structures with hemp. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of like manufactural uses that hemp provides. But yeah, people don't know this. People don't know that, yeah, they passed the hemp farm bill. So you could thank the farmers for this. The farmers basically made it legal, to actually use CBD, which is hemp. primarily hemp. That's why you see it in the gas stations. That's why you see it everywhere. You see this CBD, right? The term CBD, that's where this comes from. And it got passed in 2019, October 2019. And that's primarily because of the farmers. It wasn't because of people that wanted to get high in the city and all of that type of stuff, the average everyday American. The farmers wanted to use hemp and they lobbied Congress and it got approved. It got approved. It somehow or another got approved. The thing about hemp though is hemp does have levels of THC in it, very small amounts, and also it basically gets you high. Okay, it doesn't get you. It depends on what type of hemp that you smoke, but it basically does have effects similarly because it comes from the same plant, which is cannabis sativa. It does have effects to where you can get high off of taking hemp. Okay, it'll mellow you out. It's very healthy. This is one of the things that people don't know about hemp that is interesting about hemp. Hemp is so healthy. This is how healthy hemp is. Hemp is so healthy for you. Okay. Um, Hemp is so healthy for you. Like you literally, okay. You can order as much hemp as you possibly want to. Like you can. It's 100% legal. All states. I mean, basically, the thing is that you got different types of hemp. You got stuff that has different effects and stuff like that. But the thing is that what I'm trying to tell you is that basically is hemp is very healthy for you. Like it's so healthy for you that basically it like you can it's safe for pregnant women to use while they're pregnant. Okay, it's safe for this might sound tripped out, but it's safe for pregnant women to take. Like it helps your like stomach. If you like have stomach issues, like you got like anything like problems with your stomach as far as like you got an upset stomach, things like that. Basically hemp can kind of help you with your upset stomach. It's very, very healthy for you. Okay, CBD primarily, what I'm talking about. CBD oil primarily, right? That's what I primarily take. Um, that's what I pretty much get, to take and stuff like that. Um, they come from the same like family of plants, which is cannabis sativa. But hemp again, this is education, right? You don't know. A lot of things people just don't know because it's just people just wouldn't know that. Like, why would you be sitting around and doing research? You too busy, watching Basketball Wives, um, playing video games and living your life. Like you ain't most people are not research nerds like myself that just sit around and see what you can get into. They just don't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? The average person doesn't do that. And it's just like, yeah, certain people have just kind of, I guess, things that they're fearful of because the average person just doesn't want to get arrested. When you open up the hemp and marijuana, book or whatever, you just think, oh, I'm gonna get arrested, and people are fearful of that. The connotations are negative, and they always say negative things about it and stuff like that. And the thing is that hemp is different than marijuana. Now, in my opinion, obviously, and I've said this enough, um, marijuana also should be federally legal. Okay, it is. It has been a push for marijuana to be legal. The thing is that you have a lot of states that just they're not ready for it. A lot of the Rust Belt, the Bible Belt, you could say, they, like I live in the Bible Belt. I just had some white dude knocking on my door offering Bible services, Christian services. He was talking about he got a bus to pick up kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm literally gonna let my kids get on some damn bus, to go to some church somewhere, in Indiana. Like that's something that I would like. I'm literally gonna do. Like, I mean, but anyway, yeah, they don't really, they're not, they're not into that. Like they're not into weed. I mean, you could drink all day long, and they get, you can drink as much booze as you want, but they're not into, marijuana. You know what I'm saying? One of the things we can put our tinfoil hat on, and we can talk about why that is. See, the thing is that this is my opinion, just to kind of talk about things from a kind of a esoteric type of level. One of the reasons I think that people don't really want to, the like Bible Belt type stuff, the Bible Belt, the evangelicals don't want to legalize marijuana, because when you smoke weed and shit like that, even to be honest, even hemp, when you get into hemp and you get into the plant cannabis sativa, it opens up certain pineal glands. It opens up certain like mindfulness levels of your brain to think outside the box. And a lot of times, you got to understand the religious sector, or let's just say the let's just talk about the churches. Okay, the churches in America. The churches in America make up about, they make billions of dollars from people that attend church every single day. Right? I mean, or every Sunday or whatever, or participate in church, events and stuff like that. So they make a lot of money, right? And one of the things about smoking weed and stuff like that, you start to question the certain things, like, because you starting to think like, you ask then you go, you go smoke a little bag of kush, right? And then next Sunday you going up in church asking questions, asking your pastor questions like, so pastor, so after Adam and Eve had children, how did those children make more people? And then you go start talking up the stories and stuff of incest, incest starts coming into the play. It's like, you know, um, you start asking questions like how long ago was Adam and Eve? And oh, don't go in no white church. So where did Eve in the world? Because we are in the world. Where did Eve spring from? Where is Adam and Eve from? You know, I heard something online that they said they was in Africa. The pastor started sweating, start sweating bullets, like, because a lot of white evangelicals, they base their religion off of, basically white, um, basically the white, kind of supremacist narrative, that Jesus is white, and all of the Bible figures are white and all of that. So you start you smoke a bag of Kush, and then you go to church. You don't fuck around and smoke before you go to church. You're gonna ask your pastor all kind of questions, and it's like one of the reasons why you're not easily controllable when you think outside the box. Let's just say that, and it's not just the church and all of that, but that's definitely an aspect of it. Okay. But one of the things, like I said, people don't know is that hemp is legal. It's federally legal. Okay. Marijuana is not. But let's see. Let's look up a map of states where weed is legal. Okay. Because I've done this before. But the thing is that there's maps and stuff like that. But a lot of states are already legal. And then, Indiana is they're talking about it, they're negotiating the marijuana legality. They trying to pass a medical and adult use bill. Okay. It's still a lot of, like I said, Indiana is very evangelical, Christian evangelical, so um the thing is that they don't, weed is a kind of a cognition that it's a bad drug. It's, um something that you shouldn't involve yourself in, and all of these propagandic lies where it's like it's a gateway drug, and it'll make you crazy and all of that shit. It's like, really, it's really a lot of it is basically they just don't want you to partake into it. And in those, and a lot of those things are I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but basically let me put this in the chat as well. It's basically a narrative that's pushed, and it's not necessarily, if you start to really do your research, you start to understand those are lies. If anything, all you got to do is look at Kensington Street in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania, basically, and see the need for why you should have a federal legalization of marijuana. Because, see, here's the thing: one of the things about having marijuana as an outlet, it takes the heavy drug users, it gives them an option to use something that's not so toxic, not so addictive, such as fentanyl, cocktails with heroin, and all that other stuff you see from those videos of people that are using in and around Kensington Street in Philadelphia. It takes them away. A lot of times you can wean a person off with marijuana from those other heavy drugs. But the thing is this is the map of where marijuana is actually legal. So Illinois, the green is legal for recreational use, which recreational use is basically, it's another term for, it's fully legal. A person can smoke as much weed as they pretty much want to. They could smoke weed like cigarettes. And in the red, it means basically it is just illegal. It is no medical use or recreational use. Okay. So a lot of these, one of the things you could notice about these red states, they're literally in red because these are primarily Republican states. Primarily, one of the things that you notice, if you have any understandings of basically political mapping of the United States, damn near all of these red states that marijuana is legal, I mean illegal, are red states, are Republican states. I don't have no fucking clue why Texas is not green, because literally it's on the fucking border. And I just don't. I have, I really didn't. I don't really look in this, and I'm not really heavy on this or whatever. But this is my, I haven't looked at this map in a while, but I have no, I have for any, I have no idea why Texas should be fucking, red, because it's literally. I mean, I guess that's probably one of the arguments for politicians in Texas. Okay, if we legalize the state, then that means more drugs are going to be pushed over, because the cartels, they do in Mexico and in different parts of South America, they do push a lot of weed in the United States because it is legal. So they're, kind of, it's a two-way street with the cartels with the legalization of marijuana. One of the things about legalization that is good is that the cartels lose money. They lose money in selling one of their narcotics, which is marijuana. The second thing is, can also be good for the cartel, because they'll push more marijuana into the country and make money off of basically street sellers and other whoever wants to sell their crop or whatever of marijuana. But it has a negative effect on the cartels, because they make more money with marijuana being illegal, because it's no reason for, it's not too many people. Some people don't go by, they don't, okay, where marijuana is controlled to a certain sense, is a sense where you go to the dispensary to buy weed. That takes away from your standard street dealer, which your standard street dealer is still selling weed, because you got people that they'll just, have their local weed man, right? But it takes away from their profits. As far as the, documentaries that I watch, marijuana being legal does take away profits from the cartels. Okay, but that's probably one of the arguments why Texas is still illegal. But you got quite a few states that are legal. It looks like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you got 11 states that it is illegal. The blue states are, it's not recreational. It's not uh, basically legal for recreational use. It's only legal for medical use. Like, so if you have PTSD, you got glaucoma, you got maybe some severe mental problems, or you have cancer or something like that, you can get a medical card and use marijuana. So it's damn near close to where basically marijuana is damn near already taking the path of, it's going to be legal. It's going to be federally legal, because it's only 11 states where they have, basically it's illegal at this point. It's literally a fight. They're trying to hold on to where they're trying to keep keep it it's a fight for it to not be federally legal, basically. Because once the federal government approves a bill like they did with hemp, is nothing the states could do. The states can't say, they can come up with certain laws and stuff like that, but it's nothing they can do. The federal government supersedes local and state government. Okay, so I hope you know something now that you didn't know, because um a lot of people don't know that. And it's like, I talked about CBD on my channel, and I definitely sell it. I don't sell it on my website. because the thing is that it's still a problem as far as in regards to taking credit card payments and stuff like that. A lot of credit card payments, they frown upon kind of selling hemp products or CBD. They just say the risk is not worth the squeeze, so they just don't bother with it. So anyway, we got one win so far, you know what I'm saying? So um let's see what else we can get into. Uh definitely trying to, trying to educate you on things today, on this day. Like I say, I'm not gonna be smoking no weed today. You know what I'm saying? I'm not I normally don't smoke weed. I primarily I primarily take like oils. Like I know how to make weed oil. I know how to basically um make my own. Like I prefer to ingest weed with oil. Like I don't smoke. I'm not a like smoking can mess your lungs up. You can get a lot of, you can get cancer. It's kind of like cigarettes, right? So I don't necessarily all the time. I rarely smoke weed. I primarily use weed in oil form. Okay, so that's normally what I do when it comes to that. So yeah, so basically I'm gonna play another game of chess here. Get another game in. So we playing somebody from Slovenia now. Okay, so that's what we up against. So it's cool. I like how when I do a queen size when I do a queen size castle, a queen size castle, people a lot of times people are stunned. They like, damn, Um, it's like I like to see people, just be like, damn, how did he do that? Because most of the time people understand a queen side castle is an advanced form of chess. Okay, it's not for beginners. You know, so that's typically kind of how people are when it comes to that. They're like, damn, okay, how did you do that? You know, very easy. And then um, I ain't really, worried about anything when it comes to that. So, So he's up two so far. Yeah, I knew he was gonna probably do that. I knew he's gonna do that for the most part. Pretty typical. You gotta once that pawn. One of the things I'm learning is you got to deal with that pawn right away. Once that pawn basically it comes past the middle, just deal with it because basically you don't want to have no situation where you just basically you don't want to have no situations, man. Basically, he got to take me now because he don't have any choice in the matter. So he has more pawns than I have as well. He's got an advantage, but he doesn't have a lot of time either. He don't really he don't really have that much time. So I'm trying to force him to move. He don't really have that much time. Kind of stuck in that corner now. Gotta move. Actually, I should have moved somewhere else. Should have moved right here. He's running out of time, significant time. Yes, a lot of time. It's a lot of time he's running out of. So this is where I was supposed to move, right here. So now, yeah, he's toast. He's toast pretty much. And then I still got I got a checkmate. I got a checkmate on him with like he only had like point 0.5 seconds left. I got a checkmate on him. Yeah, he had nowhere to go. I had nowhere else to go. Yeah, so yeah, man, the coffee is definitely what's going on, broski. The coffee is definitely coffeeing. So 2-0, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, if you got if you want to talk about man, like 420, because I know you smoke flower, man. Alonzo, if you want to talk, man, basically you want to talk about it, man. I got the link right there. We can talk about this, man, because see, here's the thing that I wanted to talk to you about, and that goes for anybody as well. I'm a businessman, or I'm a businessman. You have a certain level of legalization you can get into if you have, a lot of times they have it where you have to have a kind of a clean record. And one of the advantages of having a clean record or background is that basically you can um get into marijuana licensing. Okay. Um you can get a license to basically do a lot of different things. You could get we can look at it. Okay. Let me open up to let's go into it, right? It's different things, right? So let's just go. Let's open up. Okay, Chicago talks about this, right? So pretty much done with chess, man, tonight today. So I'm gonna just back up off of that. I'm gonna just take that 2-0, and then I'm gonna go with that. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, so starting a cannabis related business, and this is Chicago. So you can get a dispensary license. Okay. It's part of a lottery process. Okay. There's a procedure, as far as you know, it's a different level of procedures. Um, so so it's part of like in Chicago, it's part of a lottery process. Okay. And you got craft growers, basically you got to go through the Illinois Department of Agricultural. Um, you got to in order to apply, you got different. I guess a craft grower. You need a facility address. You need a mailing address. You need your coordinates. You got an application and fee table. Oh my God. Okay. It depends. Like you got, oh man. To get a permit, it says you got to spend $25,000. That's for medical. For adult use, it's $100,000. So this thing in Illinois is it's pretty expensive. It's pretty expensive to get even a craft grower. You got to spend 25. You got to spend about $5,000 or $2,500. You get a waiver if it's social equity, meaning it's kind of like you in a, I don't know, man. It's a lot to it, but yeah, you got, I guess you know what? You can apply for this and stuff like that. You gotta have it's, I guess, even, you know what, I might look into applying for this because I might qualify. I might qualify for this. Sometimes you think you don't qualify for certain things, but then you realize you do. So I might even look into that myself, um, because I could probably do some craft growing, like uh, craft growing. It says, let's see what it says about craft growing. Um, Craft growing are authorized to cultivate, dry, cure, and package cannabis, as well as perform other necessary activities to make cannabis available. And basically, you can have up to a 5,000 square feet uh, cannabis space. So basically, once you become a craft grower, you got to go through the Illinois licensing. You got to pay for licenses. If you get a license awarded, like, okay, you to get a permit, it's like $5,000. If you get a license awarded to you, you get $40,000. You gotta spend $40,000 to get the license. Then to renew the license is $40,000. I guess, I don't know how many if that's every year. You got to go through community college to I guess learn how to cultivate or the rules of marijuana and all of that. Um there's a lot of fees. There's a lot of fees associated with this. But you know what? I might look into this more heavy because the thing is that um once you become a craft grower, you can have a small operation and then you can sell to dispensaries. You can sell particular products that are unique to you. It's like a craft grower is like having something in your kitchen. You got a small kitchen. You don't necessarily have McDonald's, but you have a small kitchen to where you making hamburgers, but it's just not as big as McDonald's. You making like mini burgers out your house or out of a small shop or warehouse or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So because see, if you get awarded, if you see, here's the thing: even if you get if you get awarded a craft growers license, you can go to you can go to other people, start talking to other people, and they'll give you the money for a cut of the business. They're like, okay, I need you, I need 40 grand or 20 grand. All right, I'll give you a portion. I'll give you this, but you got to give me like, 60 a 60-40 split or something like that. Some fair because they got the money, they'll be like 60-40. They might even start off at 70-30, but you try to be like, okay, just give me, I gotta, I'm doing basically most of the work. I'm going to be cultivating it. I'm going to be bringing the products and everything. I just need the 20 grand, man, and I'll give you 60, man. You just, 60-40 is the best I could do. And as long as you stick to that, man, people do it. A lot of people got money, man. You got to get you a business partner that got money. That's all that is, man. But yeah, man. I definitely this was definitely all impromptu. I'm glad I did this, because the thing is that yeah, this is every year, man. I don't think it's gonna stop no time soon. People are people are going to be smoking weed. They're gonna be celebrating this, day. 420 is going to be, something that people are going to be celebrating every year. Start of the spring. People getting high. Smoking some weed. They got people that infuse stuff. They got infused brownies and all that type of stuff. So yeah, hopefully you learned something new today. Don't get too high. You know what I'm saying? We 2-0 today. Yes, the other day I was getting lambasted, but today is better. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm gonna leave you here. Like, share, subscribe. Definitely, support. Definitely support. Your support is greatly appreciated. And also purchase my book, The Millionaire Savings Plan. And also, man, I got my Sex God capsules are bomb, thebomb.com, basically, help you increase your blood flow, increase, your testosterone and energy levels, so, yeah, check those out. Also check out brokegeniuses.com, and I'm out.